Hello, Doug at All Area Roofing and Waterproofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. Spoke to your office here and told me I could send this video over for you. So I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, Doug. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. All right, and at the end of this video, Doug, you want to hear more information? All I ask is we'll do a 10-minute phone call. If not, no big deal. Take the free tips I'm going to give you today, and you guys can apply them to your site. First thing I want to talk about is content on your homepage. So I'm on your homepage now. I'm looking through. You guys do have a good chunk of content here with all your different services and a little bit about you guys. So that's really good. And then we have some of your projects, portfolio. I like that. People love seeing that stuff too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say, you might have about 400 to 500 words of content on your homepage. Typically, what I want to see is about 1,500 words. And I'll be honest with you, Doug, nobody has that. 99.9% of companies don't. But that's exactly why if you have it, you'll stand out. And also, Google will look through your entire page, and they're going to count all your content, all your keywords, everything. And the more of both of those that you have, as long as you don't have too many keywords per content, because there's a formula for that too, then you will be ranked much higher than your competition, and it'll actually make it easier for you to beat them. Second reason, though, probably the most important, is the reason that you want so much content, is the more content you have, the more keywords you can put into that content. So Roofing Tampa FL is what I've used just as an example here for my intentions here. And it's a great keyword. It's a good one. And it's also what new customers are going to be searching for in your area when they're looking for your services. So first thing you find with any Google search is, especially for services, is the ads. Everyone knows about them. Essentially, you're paying to be the first thing that new customers would see, hopefully in landing them and getting them to come to your site. Next up, we have this map section. Top 3 companies are going to show up in this preview screen. This is all based on citations, and what I mean by that is when you get your business name, address, phone number listed together into a directory such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, to name a few. Next up, we have our organic section. This is where we start seeing companies show up with their websites. And these don't show up randomly. It's all based on our key phrase, Roofing Tampa FL. So if we were ranking this keyword, we could actually use this as a ranking, right? And we'll talk about this more. But number 1 would go to Westfall Roofing for this keyword. Number 2 would go to Dynasty Building Services. Number 3 would go to Yelp, a directory. Number 4, Better Business Bureau, a directory, and 5, Home Advisor, a directory. Now there's 10 results per page, but I'm not going to go through all of them because we don't have much time for that. But just remember that there's 10 per page, because we'll talk more about that. Next up, I took your website, allarearoofing.com. I plugged it into a program I love to use called Ahrefs. I can see right off the bat you guys don't have any headers on your page. If you did, it would make you easy to be found by Google. And that is, you could put in A, your business name, and B, I would put in some keywords too. All right, so next up, if you think of the internet as a kind of popularity contest, and really it is, then whoever gets the most votes is going to get the most attention and the most views. With websites, we want the most views and visitors. So 57 right now is your referring domains. What this means is that there's 57 websites out there that you guys have links in. And those 57 sites basically are sending you back 589 links. These links basically go back to your page. So if somebody's on one of those sites, clicks the link, it sends them to your page. It's kind of like a referral. And 287 keywords is what you guys currently can be found for in searches, just like what we put in, Roofing Tampa FL. That's a keyword. These are what really drive the traffic to your site, and these keywords right now are driving 39 visitors to your site per month. This is actually on a monthly basis. So what I want to do is click the keywords and see where your traffic's coming from. Because if you're like me, you might be thinking, that's a lot of keywords for not a ton of traffic, and you're right. But there'll be a reason for it. All Area Roofing is number 1. That's your business name. 70 people do search it every single month. You guys are in position 1. So that's actually really good. What that means is people are searching you by name. They know who you are. It's going to be your referrals, your repeat customers, people who saw your signs out on a truck, saw your signs out in a yard, and they called your info because maybe they didn't have it or they were driving. So Area Roofing is part of your name again. I'm going to skip ahead because you want to have your own business, which is your repeat. And you want to maintain that because you don't want to lose it, right? But then I also want to go ahead and try to find some words that you might have to bring in new customers, because you really want to balance, maybe even heavier on the new customers, because you know that your people that are looking for you will find you. All right, this one's good for your services, Waterproofing Tampa FL, is what you guys do. 20 people search it, 15. So that, remember, there's 10 per page. That's going to put you in the middle of the second page, right? So again, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but people don't go to the second page. Everyone stays on the first page. We're especially in a kind of the way people are now. I mean, if you think about it, if you do a Google search, do you go to page 2? Probably not. You probably go to page 1. But yeah, there is a few more there. What I want to do, though, is jump to your competition. Like I said, I want to make this short. Westfall Roofing, they're one of the top companies for Tampa in the area. You can see they have a ton of key phrases and their business names over here. Again, same thing, 159 domains or websites that have links on them for them, sending them back over 1,000 links to their page. They have 1,800 keywords they can be found for in searches such as Google, and that's driving 1,700 visitors to their website. So let's just go ahead and click their keywords and see kind of what's going on here. And we see Roofing Tampa 200, so that's a good keyword for bringing in new customers. And they're in position 1 for that one. Westfall Roofing, these two are their name. 450, number 1. Roofing Tampa FL 200, number 1. You see the theme though, number 1, number 2. You want to be in the top 10, that's your first goal. From there, you want to try to get top 5, and if you can, top 3 from there. And you'll see your numbers kind of double every time almost, you know, depending on the volume of the searches. But there's plenty of volume here. Obviously, this is theirs, but for these ones, 200 for this one, 200 for this one, you can really see how those numbers could really add up pretty quickly. So for you guys, right, like I said, take the tips, add them to your site. You'll see you'll see a difference there. If you're interested in hearing more from me, you know, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. And I just want to leave you guys with this. You know, I will ask you just for some feedback. So you can just let me know what you thought of the video. It's for my process as well. But the big thing I wanted to get by, forget the thousands that they have. What if you got 100 visitors more to your site? How much would that change your business? How many calls would you get off those 100 visitors, especially if they were really, really good keywords? How many estimates? How many jobs would you land off that? Thank you for your time today, and I appreciate it. Have a good one.